alaikum. Islam is all around us. Islam can teach us today a way of understanding and living in the world which Christianity itself is the poorer for having lost.
نتحد من أجل حماية حياة البرية.
May there be many blessings, inshallah, on your work during the next quarter of a century.
And the ethnic, religious and cultural diversity which makes up modern Britain. For me, this unity through diversity can represent a great richness and a great strength for our society.
The Muslim community show the world the true face of Islam as a religion of peace and understanding. I was very moved by the stories of the great distances that your friends and families travelled to support you in your time of need, even when your previous connections had not always been frequent. They travelled here to support you because you were family, and that is what families do.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The police fabricated intelligence to get Israelis banned from Villa Park, as demanded by Islamists. It's not an isolated case. Forces cut deals with dodgy mosques and refuse to arrest preachers who incite violence. The CPS uses the Public Order Act as an Islamic blasphemy law. In prison, governors do deals with Islamists to maintain order. And we all know about the rape gangs. So will the Prime Minister launch a review of the corruption of our criminal justice system by Islamists and the politics of communalism?
I'm so sorry that we're meeting in these circumstances because that was a horrific attack that will have impacted every single member of the community. We've just been talking to some of the family members and getting a sense firsthand of the personal impact. I'm really pleased today that we are announcing a further £10 million to support our mosques on top of the support we've already put in. I'm pleased to say that. I'm sad to say it as well, in a sense, because I wish we didn't need to put in more security. We shouldn't need to have security in places of worship, and it's sad that we do, but that just reflects the responsibility on me, on the Home Secretary, to do everything we can to tackle hate crime. The most important lesson is for those involving themselves in disorder, because what we've seen is that those who are being arrested now, numbered in their hundreds, many have been charged, some already in court, and now a number of individuals sentenced to terms of imprisonment. That is a very important message to those involved in disorder. And I say it again, anybody involving themselves in disorder, whatever they claim as their motive, will feel the full force of the law. It's important I repeat that because we need to make sure that in the coming days we can give the necessary reassurance to our communities, many of whom, I've been talking to some this morning, are very anxious about the situation.
Now, that's the people that's in charge that's got us here. I just want to highlight what Keir Starmer said about the additional 10 million for funding for security. Now, that's just money laundering. Where's any funding getting given to any other communities when some attacks happen and stuff like that there? It doesn't happen. There's been no money given to, you know, the home community for walking their kids up the street or anything like that there. And just keep in mind when he says everybody should, you know, who's involved in these attacks and stuff should be experiencing the full force of the law. When I show you here where things are going.
Good growth in every postcode and hope in every heart. we will bring about the biggest rebalancing of power our country has seen. It is time for Whitehall to accept that growth cannot be ordered from the top down. Instead, it can only be nurtured from the bottom up. It comes from having the power at ground level to make a real difference, from a clear shared vision that everyone can understand and investors can back. It comes from running sound finances, as we have done here in Greater Manchester, which
So there you have it. There's a clear direction that we're all going down, and the people who are in charge are all taking us down, and we've got absolutely nothing we can do about it. I haven't really passed too much of my own words on today's subject. I've just sort of put out the information, what you're seeing. Just sort of compared a few things about you're not seeing any, £10 million in funding to go to local communities and stuff like that there, because they're getting attempted beheadings and assaulted every time they walk down the street. So you've seen pretty much everybody that's got power in today's society or sway or anything like that there over the way things go, and they're telling you where they're going. So if you like this type of content, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below. So what do you think's happening? Why are all these people all of a sudden flooding our country and not respecting the law? So what happened to the people that did used to come here and respect the law? So there's clearly something changed. What is it? Thanks very much for your time. All the best.